My name is Thorsten Overgaard. I'm a Danish photographer. I travel the world taking photographs and teaching photography. Today I'm in Havana, Cuba, and I'll tell you a little trick on how to use the Leica M11. Before I get into it, below the video here there's a link to a free ebook I wrote about some of the iconic photographs through time and the photographs who took them. And I also write about how I photograph and why I photograph. And also as a bonus, there's a download to free styles and presets for Capture One and Lightroom, and that's the handful of presets that I use to get the Leica look in black and white and color. You could say maybe it's my look, but it's a presets and styles that works for Capture One and Lightroom, and they work for Sony, Canon, any camera brand, Olympus, and give that look. Normally it's $48. Today it's free. You just put in your email and the code in the link below, and you will have it in a few minutes. When I get a new camera and I use it a lot, then I have this habit that I write books and free articles and make video classes about it, and the Leica M11 is no exception. In the past I've made a 21-page free on my website article with review and user report how to use the Leica M9, similar for M10, Leica M240, Leica Q and so on, and this is the Leica M11, and I've done the same. I'll put a link if you want to know more about the history of the Leica M11, how to focus it, how it works, all the tricks. There's a link I'll put in one of the corners, and below the video I'll put a link to the class so you can go check it out. When you have used the Leica M11 for a while, there's one thing that might annoy you and you think, how do I change this? And it is something that is possible to change. It's kind of hidden way down in the menu, and that is this blinking. That you take a photograph and then you have blinking, and that is so-called clipping. And the idea with clipping is that you have the RGB scale goes from absolute white 0 to absolute black 255, and when it blinks it means that, for example, a sky in a photograph is brighter than white, so it means it's overexposed. But you can say that's kind of natural. If you look at the background behind me, some of the background is overexposed, but it doesn't really matter because the exposure on my face is correct. And similar, there will be areas, for example here, where it's totally black, and then it would be blinking. So you don't really need this blinking to warn you. It's very rare that you actually take a photograph where nothing is overexposed and nothing is unexposed. And unexposed basically means that it's totally black here. And then you fumble around on the menu and see where is it. And where it is that you go down here in the main menu and you go down to screen number 3. And down at the bottom of screen number 3 there's capture assistance. Then you go into capture assistance and you see info profiles, and then you go into info profiles and you have info profile number 1, and that one you right click. And now you will see here you have different choices, and mine is basically very simple. I have info bars on. So info bars is the top and bottom telling the exposure time, the ISO, what is the settings of the cameras basically. Grids I have off, clipping is off, focus peaking is off, level gauge is off, histogram is off. So the only thing that is on is info bars, and that means that the info profile number 1 is on, but the only thing that is in the profile is the info bars. And that is basically the setting. When you set that, mean you go into that sub menu and turn off clipping, then you have no more blinking anymore. Now you can actually see the photograph you're making and not a lot of blinking. So that is basically the simplicity of how to remove clipping. It is very simple, except that it's down in the menu, sub menu, and none of it doesn't really make any sense, but what you're looking for is clipping. And that's basically all I have to say about the Leica M11 today. I hope this is a good little trick for you. If you want to know everything about the Leica M11 or any other Leica M, then click in one of the corners here below the video and get my full video masterclass and my Know-All ebook about the M11. And I've done similar on the Leica M9 and the Leica M10 and so on, and also the Leica Q. That's all I had to say today. Thank you for watching, and until I see you next time, remember to always wear a camera.